Hi and welcome back to the final morning report chart of the day for Tuesday the 4th of February with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantec Markets. We're going to be looking at gold as our final play, and certainly in the last there's obviously been talk in the media of this flight to safety that we've seen. And in the last week or so, gold has not really been part of that. You've probably actually seen a couple of lower highs now in place on gold. You've seen this recovery that we saw throughout January. This is on the hourly chart. Recovery throughout January, but last recent couple of days, 3 days, we've seen a disappointment, a lower high in place there, and possibly another one yesterday as well. So I mean that spike high was on that ISM number that came out that was so disappointing yesterday. That was the spike higher. And it reached a peak of 1266, which was below the 1269.66 level that we'd reached on the 29th of January. So that does still lead, I think, to a little bit of confusion as to this chart. Very inconclusive as to whether the bulls or the bears are winning this one at the moment. Certainly, you'd think in the press the flight to safety talk of how investors are coming out of emerging markets and that should benefit safe haven assets has not really been seen in the last week or so in gold. So that certainly confuses me a little bit about this chart. And certainly I think, and even today you'd seen support around the basis of 1,255 form overnight, which is that old high back from the 31st of Jan. That has now been broken in the last few minutes, so that still suggests to me that investors are not really sure as to what's going on with this chart, and the breakdown of that support at 1255 could now bring the gold chart back towards the low 1240s again, and if you look on the daily chart, for example, you're still not really getting. I mean, you've had this, as I said, this recovery through January, but it's sort of rolled over again, and with the lower high at 1269, that just leaves me very much up in the air as to whether this recovery is going to continue. But I don't really understand whether you're going to get this. It's this retest of 123794. It's just very much in the air at the moment, and I think this one needs to be watched as to where you're going to take your next trading position, because it's very inconclusive, this gold chart at the moment, and you'd need to be mindful of that. Anyway, that's my opinion. Thank you very much for listening, and I will wish you good luck in your trading of gold today, and also our other morning report charts: euro, dollar, cable, the Japanese yen, dollar yen, and also the S&P 500, which is our chart of the day today. So good luck, and I will speak to you soon.